All right, this should be a quick video, hopefully. If I can start it on time. Okay, so this is the 6th part of our EOC crash course. This is not health, just kidding. This is body systems, which is 11% of your test. So, first things first, we are going to talk about structure and function of organs. We're going to talk about homeostasis, if we remember that from like Unit 1. And we're going to talk about response to stimuli, one of those characteristics of life. All right, key things here. Go ahead, write this down in your notes section. Animal behavior is motivated by survival and reproduction. Animals want to stay alive. So they're going to be motivated by staying alive, and they want to have sex. They want to have babies. So they're going to be motivated by reproduction. That's what's going to drive their behavior. Plants are a little bit different. So make sure you write down these two vocab words. Phototropism. All that means is growing towards a light source. A plant is never going to grow away from the sun. It needs the sun to live. So it's going to grow towards the sun. Phototropism. Gravitropism, sorry, crazy word, has gravity in it though. So that's our clue. That it has to do with gravity. Roots are always going to grow down with gravity. They're never going to grow up. That would be a funky looking plant. So make sure you write those two vocab words down. All right. The diagram shows an experiment similar to one carried out by Charles Darwin and his son Francis in 1880. Cool. We don't really care about that. We just care about what the experiment's talking about. Which conclusion about the response of the grass seedling is supported by this experiment? So which conclusion is true based on the pictures? That's all it's asking. A, the base responds more to light than to gravity. Look at our base. Is our base responding to the light at all? If it was responding, it would be moving, so that's not true. B, the tip responds more to gravity than to light. Gravity pulls things down. So is the tip going down? Is it going towards gravity or is it going towards the light? It's going towards the light, so B is false. C, the base causes the response to light. We already learned that that is not true because we disproved A. The base is not responding to the light. And D, the tip causes the response to light. The tip is the only thing leaning towards the light. The second we cover it with a dark cap or cut it off, the plant doesn't respond anymore. There we go. It is D. All right, 2. Chimpanzees in the Congo River Basin in Africa have been observed using a variety of specialized sticks to dig termites out of underground habitats. Cool. Which stimulus are the chimpanzees responding to? So they're digging these termites out of holes, basically. So what are they doing with the termites? Is it because they're being killed by the termites? Predation? The termites are not killing the chimps, so no, that's not happening. B, competition for a niche. The chimps aren't competing against the termites because they're way bigger than them. They would crush them. C, presence of a food resource. The reason that these chimpanzees are digging into a hole somewhere, the reason they care about what's in that hole is because they want to eat the termites. That is the reason they're digging in the hole. There's not going to be any other reason. They need food to survive. They found it in the hole. All right. Try those next two on your own, and when you're ready, we're going to go on to homeostasis. Homeostasis, all that means is a stable balance. Stable balance. There are feedback mechanisms. So if something's giving you feedback, it's trying to get you back to that stable balance. In our body, we have feedback mechanisms that help control amounts of chemicals. So an example is hormones. If your hormones are going crazy, that means your body is off balance. Your hormones are like chemicals that drive our emotions, our sex drive, all these different things. Number 1, a key thing for homeostasis is body temperature. So when it gets hot, we sweat. When it gets cold, we shiver. Also blood flow. So when it gets cold, our blood is going to start to slow down. Okay, water level. When we get thirsty, we need to drink water. We're trying to balance out our water level. If we have too much water inside of us, we have to go to the bathroom. Body is balancing it out. Carbon dioxide and oxygen. That's what we do when we breathe. We breathe in oxygen and out carbon dioxide. So we're trying to keep those things balanced when we're breathing heavily. And blood glucose. Glucose just means sugar. We need sugar to survive. We actually need it to make energy, if you remember from photosynthesis and cell respiration. But we have it in our blood. So when we have low sugar, that's when we're hungry. Our body is telling us, hey, you need to eat something to balance yourself back out. Okay. Homeostasis is the term for the relatively stable internal environment maintained by an organism. During physical exertion, animals begin to respire or breathe heavily. So if we are breathing heavily, what is the purpose of heavy breathing? A, to decrease heat loss. Breathing has nothing to do with how hot you are. B, to increase the amount of oxygen available to cells and remove water. We do not breathe out water. C, to increase the amount of oxygen available and remove carbon dioxide. Yes, we breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. Okay, when someone feels thirsty, it is his body's way of maintaining what? A, correct amount of fluids. B, correct amount of salts. C, correct amount of glucose. Or D, correct amount of insulin. If we are thirsty, we are trying to balance out our fluids. We are thirsty for water. All right, so you have body systems now, which are just our organ systems. So like our digestive system, our nervous system. I have already given you all of the definitions in your note packet. And I've already given you the organs that all of them associate with. I highly suggest you look over some key ones, like the excretory system. Excretory system, definitely a key one. I would also look over digestive system, maybe circulatory system. If you're just looking for key things, key triggers of what these systems do, you're probably going to get a couple of questions on them, I'm not going to lie. But it's going to be questions that you can probably figure out without knowing too much detail about them. Okay, so which organ system in humans most directly involved with the transport of oxygen throughout the body? The transport of oxygen throughout the body. We breathe in oxygen, so it is going, this is actually a typo. It is not the circulatory system. Do not mark D. It is C. C, respiratory system is the one that brings oxygen in. Oh, wait a minute. Transport throughout the body. Just kidding, it is the circulatory system. Circulatory system is like the road that our body needs. So it is circulatory system. D is right. That's my bad. A person who is cold shivers to generate body heat. Which of the following is the primary body system that interacts to maintain homeostasis? So what's causing us to shiver? Is it our excretory system? Well, if you take a look at the definition of that, that's getting rid of waste. So going to the bathroom. That doesn't cause us to shiver. Hopefully. If it does, that's probably a problem. So we can eliminate A and B. Is it our digestive system? That's not going to cause us to shiver. It is going to be D, our muscles, our circulatory system, our blood, and our nervous system, our reactions to things. That's what's going to cause us to shiver. All right, go ahead and complete the rest of the individual questions on your own. Feel free to call Miss McGrath over or turn it into her when you are done.